Ford Field in Detroit. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Pushes him over.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. Now Jackson, flushed out right. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Dancing to his left. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Richie James on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Garoppolo on 1st down. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now James returning.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's James.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end.
And it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Flush to his right, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it, and I can't wait to see.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Got a man, that's Richie James.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Garoppolo again.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This likely a must-have 3rd and goal.
Now Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go